We all know you have to pay your taxes. Unless, that is, you don't. Welcome to the Red Desk. Today is all about lowering those property taxes. Property taxes are exactly what they sound like, taxes on property, like your home. And they're a big deal. How much you pay is directly tied to how much your home is worth. County assessors are the ones who decide that. They come out every few years and attach a value to your home. Then they take that value and multiply it by what's known as the mill rate. 1 mil is $1 per $1,000 of home value. So if a mill rate is 2 on a 300K house, that's $6K every year. Mill rates vary from state to state. In some states, like Hawaii, it can be super low, close to 0.27% in 2023. In New Jersey, it's 2%. Local governments usually set mill rates, and raising or dropping them is pretty much a constant topic of conversation. Like, remember when you voted yes on that proposal for new parks? Well, good news, it passed. But also, maybe it's why your taxes went up. So, is there anything you can do if property taxes are really hurting your budget? There actually are some options. Most state and local governments lower property taxes for certain groups of people. Seniors, veterans, people with disabilities, people with agricultural properties, and vulnerable or low-income homeowners are all typically candidates. Sometimes, government, nonprofit, and religious entities may qualify too. Here are a few specific exemptions to keep an eye out for. Homestead exemptions are a tool states use to help prevent poverty. Think of it like a financial net of sorts. Some states automatically enroll people in this exemption, others don't. Homestead exemption laws usually stop creditors from forcing you to sell your house, help surviving spouses keep their houses, and lower your property tax burden. The details change based on where you live, but homestead exemptions usually lower the taxable value of your home. So for example, if you have a home worth $200,000 and it has a 1% property tax rate, then you owe $2,000 each year. If you were approved for a $50,000 homestead exemption, then you would only pay on $150,000 of your home, meaning you'd drop your annual tax bill from $2,000 to $1,500. Very cool. You can usually only apply for a homestead exemption if the property is your primary residence, and again, the amount will vary by state, but they're worth checking out. States also provide tax exemptions for senior citizens. Just like the homestead exemption, the details of senior exemptions also vary state to state. For example, some states just waive taxes until a property is sold, which can be a big relief. Others base eligibility on Social Security status. For details, contact your local Department of Revenue. If you're serving or are a veteran, definitely check out the VA tax exemptions. You may be able to exempt a certain amount of property value or even get a complete waiver from property taxes. Surviving spouses who haven't remarried can get help too. VA property tax exemptions can save people thousands, so it's worth setting aside a few hours of your time to set it up if you qualify. If you're a person with a disability, you may get exemptions too. This is the one that changes the most from state to state. You also usually have to sign an affidavit, which is a legal document saying you attest to your disability. But even outside of property tax relief, there are other exemptions that can be helpful. For example, putting ramp access on a home could be tax deductible. The point is, if you're struggling to afford your property tax bill, you may have options. Think about the buckets you might fall into, and then start doing some online searches and contacting your county's tax commissioner's office. Even if you don't think you fall into any of these, ask anyway. At worst, you're in the same spot. At best, you've dropped your expenses. Head to rocketmortgage.com/learn for more info on every aspect of real estate and home financing. Thanks for checking us out today. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, you can click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.